Okay, 47. So it's backwards. Sorry about that. So I'll switch it back now. F prime equals. Order doesn't matter. I use the inverse tangent rule. So this becomes 1 over 1 plus the something squared.
I don't like that.
Multiplied by derivative of that something.
X squared over.
Question? Please.
Is writing F like Y prime interchangeable?
Yeah, well, it depends. If they don't ever hear this one, 3 for 8, that's a good question. Put down 4. Look, if they specify this function as being g of x, you certainly don't want to write f prime. You could write g prime. If they don't specify this as being y equal, I wouldn't necessarily want to write y prime. So I look at what they give me. So. Okay? Next step is power rule. X squared squared. Oh, here's one that people mess up all the time. Okay. You were taught some rules of exponents in other classes. Those rules are still valid. But I have seen students mix up the rules a lot.
Yeah.
So I prefer, instead of reminding you of a rule, to just remind you of your common sense. Hands up. What does it mean to square something? Come on, you all know this. What does it mean to square something? What does it mean, Savannah, to square something?
Times it by itself.
Times it by itself. So this is just x squared times x squared. So that's just x times x times x times x. X to the 4th. Like, if you try to use the rules you've learned, you often just mix them all up. So, is that pretty good there? So heads up. What are the factors of the numerator? Heads, come on. What are this is a big old fraction again. Big old, as they say in the South. Big old fraction. So, that way.
Yes.
So what are the factors of the numerator?
Okay, 1, 2, x.
How many knew that? Point, 2 for Natalie. Hands up. What are the factors of the denominator? Come on, hands up. What are the factors of the denominator? Ella?
1 plus x to 4.
Perfect. Just one big factor. So the bottom is just one big factor, 1 plus x to the 4. So I don't have any shared factors I can divide. Questions? No dividing. Matt asked a question earlier for an example, and nothing came to my mind, but here's one I remember. I've seen people do this. How do I say this? They memorize some sort of rule in a very imprecise way.
Yeah.
And so they'll say, oh, nothing divides, they're plussing. What are the factors of the numerator?
X plus 3.
What are the factors of the denominator?
X plus 3.
Right. The factors do divide. Yeah, so don't say plussing, that doesn't help. Good work. 1 through 20 is the homework.